And we are back. So there's been a little break between the sessions there. So in the last episode I left off basically saying I was going to do some AFK work, wait for the layout to swing by a few times, just as we could grab some essence. Looks like it's actually doubling the drops these days. I've been just distilling anything I can distill just to see what I get out of it. So we have got a lot of distillation, so we might play with a little bit of chemistry. Did a bit of fishing, did a little bit of hunting, just so we've got some top-ups. And yeah, I've just grown a little plot of veggies. I do still want to move out of here, but again, it's just such a convenient early game base, so we will look to move, but it's still just one of those where it's a little bit, where do I go for now? Let's refill our bottle of juice. So we're nice and fresh, we're ready to roll. But what I might do first, actually, is let's make the chemistry bench, and we'll see what we can actually make, because we should have unlocked some things. So we've got our distillations tab, so it's very similar to cooking. So you can see we've been distilling a fair few things. I've run Flathill another couple of times. I'm assuming one of these is the partial organ and codfish fillet. Unless you can distill the keys, which would be weird. Yeah, so we've unlocked a few. There's some that we're going to need some other resources for. Pretty sure this one will be like the mushrooms. Nope. Lost my track in there for a moment. We'll come back in on that. So you can see we've done a lot of the distillations. Sorry about the cut there, for some reason my tracking failed. And we'll have a look. So you can see we'll probably need the codfish and partial organ for the rest of the foggy distillates. Got some fleshy distillation, which sounds disgusting. Arcane Origins, viscous fluid from Antiverse 33. Blech. That sounds grim. Yeah, so I've got a few of these done. Let's actually look to make a chem station, because I want to see. Well, we can already see theoretical distillations, so we don't know what they do, but we can see the recipes. So I would recommend just making your distillations just so you can practice with a few of these. Let's whip up a few of these. Tell you what, I will make these, and then we will come back, we'll do a quick look through the list and see what the new things are, because some of these could be phenomenal. But obviously if you're just watching me repeatedly put things in a tank and boil it, it might get a little bit boring. So what we're going to do is we're going to put quick cuts in, and I'll be back and show you some of the weird things we've whipped up and speculate on what we're going to do with them. Okay, so I've just gone and made up everything I've got the recipe for. So it's the same principle as cooking. You've got your theoretical combinations, and I've just gone and wazzed up everything that we have access to. So the first one we got was brain power, which is going to increase our XP gain, which was awesome. What else did we get? So we got charging flasks. So you can throw these and they will refill your batteries. That is phenomenal. Concussive flasks, which just look like grenades. So I'm not sure what the damage is, or if they just push things around. We'll have to have a play with that. We got an electromagnetic coating. Imbues a melee weapon with a battery recharging electromagnetic field. So my assumption is either that gives you passive recharge over time, or you gain charge on a hit. We'll have to have a play with it, see what it does, because that could be very handy as just like another passive source of charging. It depends on how effective it is compared to the crystalline vial. We got a foggy coating, which gives it more armor piercing. So if you've got enemies that resist your weapon, that's going to punch through. That's going to just ignore some of that defense, which is absolutely awesome. And then on the other side, the phasing tincture, which means that you just randomly don't take damage for a bit. Reinforcing tincture just gives you bonus armor, so that's pretty cool. Might take a swig of that and see how much armor that gives us. Because if that's just an extra little, like, buffer, that could be quite handy. Healing pot, lovely jubbly. Speed tincture, which lets you absolutely zoom. And the updraft flask, which is the one that was in some of the adverts for the update. That's the one that launches things straight up in the air. So the big one, I think, for us is going to be keep a restorative tincture on us in case we need it. I would recommend just having loads and loads of distillations. And one thing that I did note, actually, we'll make up some more brainy. So it was you, alien, wasn't it? So if I cancel that, split that down to 4, because this will take a maximum of 8 in each tank. Let me just double check I've definitely got the ratio right on that before I start it going. You can remove things before it finishes just so you don't waste the materials, but we've got 2, 2, 1. The layak's milling about somewhere. There we go. Just set up an X-ray turret out there just to keep it off my head. But as long as you've got the ratio correct, you can actually keep this working and it will produce multiples of the tincture you're making. So that's just to save everybody a little bit of time. You can just set that going if you want to make a load of brain power tinctures. You can put 884, let that run, and it can do that while you're doing other things, rather than having to come over and do 221, 221, 221. So that's very, very handy to have figured out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a few of these tinctures, and we'll take some concussive ones. Do any charging flasks? Absolutely not. Electromagnetic? Probably not. I'll take that brain power one. That'll give us a little bit more space in the box. We'll take Speedy and see how that does to get us from here to the lab, actually, where we can turn off the fog. Let's do that. Is that a Speedy tincture? Nope, that's a Speedy tincture. Let's give this a go. Oh, we're quick. Oh, we're very quick. This isn't sped up at all. This is also with level 15 sprinting. Is it 15 on that? I'm unsure. We'll have to check that. What is my sprint level? Oh, my sprint is level 11. So I imagine this will stack with sprinting as well. Oh, imagine stacking that with bionic legs. Excuse me, sir. I said excuse me. Thank you. Gosh, you dingus. Oh, level 5 fortitude. Been needing that. And actually, let's try a concussive tincture. Let's see what it do. That upset that guy. And he's bleeding. At least he was. Okay, so 2 of those to kill an evolved Exor. That's actually not bad going. I don't get any experience for it. Let's have a look at the brain tincture. Experience gain is increased by how much? That's Pet Rock. It doesn't tell me on the status menu. Oh, wait, it does. Brain boosted, just it's increased, doesn't tell me how much. Oh god, I might die to this guy. Oh, there we go. I can't see it being a huge amount. That might be like a... Let's have a look. Because this seems like pretty normal numbers, to be fair. Although 72, that was because I also broke the glass and turned that pest inside out. Ew. Oh, Jesus. What have I done to you? I'm sorry, boy. And I didn't bring a restorative tincture to see how much that would heal us. Okay, but the Speedy has run out. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm going to chop these guys up, and then we'll meet back up in labs where I was sort of wanting to be for this session. That was a nice little dip into chemistry. We'll see how useful some of these are. I might actually brew up some more of the concussive pots. Because we are going to be sieging the control room. Wait, I will be back with you in a moment. And that's us back. So we've got our Layak essence, we've got tinctures. I'm actually going to pull the restorative one down. Can I access them from... No, you can't access your tinctures from the wheel, so they have to be on your hotbar. Ooh, that's the balance. Okay. But we will toddle through here, and now we can open this stupid door by putting these stupid things on this stupid thing. Fantastic. Right. Health items down. Brain power tincture just sort of wore out, so that does last for a little while, so we're going to chug another one. I'm going to take that off so I can move a little bit faster. Actually, I don't fall into the heavyweight class, so that's fine, I can just keep wearing that. Fair enough. It saves me from getting hit with a couple of rads, I will take it. Well, that douche canoe in there. But he can just keep doing his thing, I don't mind. Lovely. Right, so that is us now in the control centre. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and be as stealthy as we can. They've just piled up the bodies in a corner. It's grim. Oh god. Just run, just run, just run. We'll go for the lift. Don't have to be too precious in this bit, because you can just run for the lift. Oh god, I just started getting some radiation poisoning from playing with the Layak. Let's cure that. Right, so we're back upstairs. Some dead soldiers. Got a little Overwatch tower. Ooh, Dr. Mans.
Private note. I believe the gate has the wherewithal, both political and practical, to withstand the attempts of almost any organization on the planet to interfere in our operations. There is only one group I'm aware of with the power to intrude on our operations here. Unfortunately, we seem to have fallen under their gaze, or perhaps always were. As much as Gate attempts to uncover the truth and technology behind the anomalies of this world, the Order seeks to
I'm not a bit surprised that I'm not hearing him on the radio.
Converge on a single point, and that avoids the obvious truth. If that point is our facility, I cannot guarantee the outcome.
Let's see if we can... Oh, no, we've already been spotted. Jesus! Right, just keep running, 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 and... Ah! Okay, that takes a lot of them to take down one dude. So they're useful to stun, but not to kill. That Exor must have took some damage from somewhere else then, unless it just does a lot of blunt damage, and they resist it because they resist blunt. That might explain that. Okay, so it might just be that I'm a bit of an idiot and I just used effectively blunt AoE on resistant enemies. Fair enough. The facility's control centre is ours. Be aware that legions are not without resources. The victory comes at a cost. A quorum of our brethren were martyred against one of Gate's heavy conductory, that which wields some manner of dark protection. Thankfully, these pagan knights have not penetrated this area in large numbers and have retreated to the keep. The way is barred. We investigate every passage. Time will reveal unto us the way. What did you do, Spud? Get up. Can I feed him that? No. Okay, so tinctures are scientist only and have to be used manually. Let's just have a quick chug. Yum, yum, yum. So it is a different healing buff, so I imagine they can stack. But this is the big dude they were complaining about. Now, I've never actually seen one of these outside of this area, so he's something for later, I assume. We can open a few more of these doors. We can actually get to the control center. That was a lot smoother than it goes sometimes. I've had a few times where it's just an absolute slog. But we can beep the boop.
You did it.
How the hell did you get here, Khan? But the turrets are now ours. And I've just shot a load of the soldiers. Yas!
You reset the system and turned the guns on those apes.
You were in a cell.
Bravo. We may yet get out of here with our skins. Now, we just need to get that odious gunk off the vacuum chamber door.
Yeah.
But this isn't the first time we've had this problem. That goo was a curse until Dr. Lassiter opened a new portal to the mycofields in Antiverse 2, and the TR teams discovered a substance that could remove that awful stuff.
The
The
mycofields,
test
you said?
chamber portal may even still be open. But with the state of things, who's to say? I suppose we just have to go and find out.
Or, right,
I can get us to the surface elevator if we can just get the vacuum chamber open.
okay.
I'm certain of it. But someone needs to retrieve that goo from the mycofields in Antiverse 2. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that's you, but you do seem rather well suited to this kind of thing.
That's because I'm a complete psychopath.
Dr. Lassiter's portal chamber is on the top level of the atrium. Or it was, last time I looked.
So, the mycofields portal entrance is pretty obvious. I think we had a look at it earlier and said that we'd access it later. We can now poke around this floor as well, actually. Let's have a quick poke around the control center. Because I think we can open up a shortcut up here as well if we just... I'll just take the elevator down. That makes life a lot easier than dropping down or falling or doing something stupid. Soldiers should all be dead, so it should now be safe to wander the halls. So we've got a couple of bathrooms, nice and clear. Yellow paint telling me to go that way. I love the yellow paint. I mean, I hate yellow paint. I've said it so many times now, but I love the way they've implemented it. Yeah, so we've got this whole big, like, deck. There is a breacher in there, so we will maybe give him a stick up his bum in a bit. We've got plenty of resources, so I will do a sweep of this between episodes, gather up all the actual loot. Observation. I should be able to open up another shortcut now. Oh no, this is a separate, like, observation room. Yeah, this looks down at the entrance that we can take. Oh, and some of these dudes have actually dropped stuff because they got shot to death. That's cool. Can I get to your bullets, like, just up in your taint, sir? Oh, goddammit, I didn't want to grab the bag. Just because I didn't want to have to drop it. Ugh. And in here we've got a load of records. Now, I know I have been listening to a few of these. I don't mind, like, recording them and maybe posting them up in a separate video. Just as, like, a little aside. But I don't really fancy sitting there making everyone listen to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. I'm going to blitz through them now just so that if there are any details that I need to grab from them, any like journal entries, but I'm not going to make you guys sit there through them. So I will be back with you in just a second, just back in the sort of the central containment area. Okay, just took care of a couple of our needs as well, nipped to the bathroom and got some grub. I'll give you 3 chances to tell me where the mycofields might be. Yeah, they are literally just there. But we can't access them yet. We need to go and get something else to access them. So we're going to call the elevator to this level. Some of these doors are now accessible now that we've opened up the control center. There's a few extra crops, a few extra tools and things that we can grab hold of. But again, we might do like a bit of a sweep of that later. Before we head to the microfields, we need to come back through the DRAC containment because we now have access to another spot. So if you remember, as we were coming through here to head through Helmholtz, Helmholtz. I don't know why I keep saying that. But there's like a live fire testing range, like a proper secure zone, which we can now get through. So I set up a little bridge there just because I forgot to bring the cube. But these turrets are now our friends. And we can get access to another bot. The turrets don't attack him because he is technically a member of staff. But it's just handy to know he's there. Right, but we've got access to an entire new section. Right.
Dr.
Mans?
Cascade Facility. Reporting on IS-138. A unique entity, 138 has the distinction of being both an immurement subject and an entire antiverse in one. I cannot emphasize how important it is that we invest any required resources in ensuring the train does not stop. We have compelling data to suggest that a cessation of the train's forward motion would have apocalyptic ramifications. I will explain more shortly.
So that's just confirmation that the train that we were on earlier to get the silverware, if that ever stops, it will explode the universe. That's now good. Hello.
You made it past the turrets. You're the first.
Yeah.
I've been locked in here since we contained IS-121. For its
121.
own safety, as much as ours. Such an incredible specimen, and not just its size. The capacitance of its circulatory fluid is extraordinary. Just a few drops contains enough energy to power an entire portal network.
Which is why we're gonna murder it.
To understand the possibilities. The Tarrasque is
Spud,
incredible,
please stop.
but we had to make sure it couldn't reach the other
My
specimen.
pet cat is currently
If they
sticking her
managed
claws
to,
in my arm.
Well, you know, the energy released would be unthinkable.
So there's two big bugs, and if they bone, they'll kill the universe. That up there is someone that I don't think I've got the equipment to fight right now. We will come back to him. Which is actually surprisingly easy because this zone has a tram station. So what we'll do is before we head back, we'll just do a quick sweep, see if there's anything that we want to take with us. Grab any notes, anything else. Because... oh, we're not going to get another chance. Oh, is that my first security pack? Fair enough. We'll have a quick scan. No point going through these lockers, there's never anything good in them. Duct tape, it's helpful to repair stuff, I guess. This could be a cool little spot for a base. How many sockets have we got? We've got one. Have we got anything under there? Can I get past you, please, Spud? Spud is also the name of my cat, so... there's a reason I named my pest
Dr.
that.
Derek Mance reporting. I have spent more time with IS-012 recently, but I have yet to fully fathom this creature. It insists it is a known and former member of our staff, even though I attended that man's funeral more than 2 years ago. So far, this entity has done nothing to threaten or jeopardize the facility. I even find it a bit charming, and perhaps it is harmless. But if I must choose, I'd rather be
122.
cruel than wrong. Its containment remains indefinite.
One, two, two. Oh, the Shadow Hopper. Fair enough. Was that 102?
Dr. Derek Mance reporting. I have
I also
spent
hear the
more
layout.
time with IS-012 recently.
012.
I have yet to fully fathom this creature. It insists it is a known and former member of our staff, even though I attended that man's funeral more than 2 years ago.
Can you
So
not, you
far, this
freaky-eyed
entity has done
weirdo?
nothing to threaten or jeopardize the facility. I even find it a bit charming, and perhaps it is harmless. But if I must choose, I'd rather be cruel than wrong. Its containment remains indefinite.
It's the way you gotta be sometimes. I've got a little secure bit up here as well. Containment block enders. I assume we can't get into the enders containment block. But again, we've got stuff here, and we've got a cacophonous chest there. Does this lead somewhere? Well, I mean, of course it does. They won't let us just drop into a vent with no escape. I mean, they could. That'd be hilarious. Nothing around here. Ooh, cleaned up. This could be a nice little, like, safe space, especially if you never unlock that door. But you know what? I'm going to finish the sweep. I'm going to head back to base. We'll grab some gear, and we'll come back and fight the big blue bug. Okay, so just before I actually head back to base, there's a little cheeky way to get into this snagvine cell. I like just stacking up furniture. Probably should have done that a little bit closer. See if I can, because I think I'm just hitting the roof a little bit. So can I build that from here? Yep. I'm messing this up. I usually do it with the coffee table, actually. I think I've just gone with a table that's a bit bigger than I'm used to. No, come on, stop falling off. Come on. We can do it. Yeah, let's switch over and get the coffee table, because I am jumping just a little bit too high. I thought the round table would be high enough. Oh no, I broke the coffee table. Was there something else I could just grab? I wonder if I could just, like, place that inside there, actually. Because the trouble is, you can't place stuff right up against the door, because it's just like a no-build zone. If we get that there, can I reach the grate? Maybe if I put the chair on top. There? Ah, I'm messing it up. I'm looking like a dingus. Ah, I put the chair too far away. No, it's something you can do with... Actually, it might be easy to do with a cot. And I know this is a bit cheesy. But if I put the cot there... As long as I can get a highlight on it. There we go. You can just, like, use furniture to kind of cheese the game a little bit. It's not intentional, but definitely a way of doing it. Then we can just jump in here and grab that snagvine seed for free. Yes. Yeah. Just with that little aside, I will get back to... Nope, that was not what I meant to do. Get back to base, and we will... I need to send the tram down. I can't just teleport back. That would completely ruin the shortcut. And after last time, I don't want to be doing that. Yeah, I shall be back with you in just a moment. And we're back in the labs. So, as you can see, we made a little upgrade to our sledgehammer. in this update, they made explosive cartridges way cheaper. Way cheaper. These used to cost so many, like, capacitors. Now it's some tech scrap, military electronics, metal scrap, and soil. And you get 12 per craft instead of the old 3. So this is a phenomenal change and actually keeps that explosive sledge valid as a tool. Because all of these are actually easily renewable versus the capacitors, which are just such a pain in the backside to farm. So we've got that. We've got our healing. We've got a volatile flask, which I'm not really going to worry about. We've got some slushy bombs to slow him down. And it turned out I had a stag and mug eggs just chilling in the base, so that makes my life a lot easier. So, explosive sledge can just be used as a regular sledge. But if you've got charges, you can reload this bad boy. And he'll explode on hit. So I think
Where's the bathroom?
You know how you're in like a really epic, like, pre-battle position? Like, the first thing my dude does is go, oh yeah, you know what? Battle, or shit in my own pants. And I think he's choosing the shit in my own pants option. Look, we'll worry about pooping later. We're here, I'm not searching for a bathroom. Let's sneak in. We've got our healing tincture. Just seen the Tarask. I was just gone out for a dramatic bite. Yeet! God, he's a cool enemy though. Oh god, he's waltzes though, already. Should really be attacking him while he's down and then trying to heal outside of that. Okay, that does nothing to him, he's too big. Can I get... Oh, Jesus! I am not very well prepared for this. I brought equipment, but I didn't consider what was actually happening. Oh! God. Right, well, he's hurt. Reload. I'm so sorry, Spud. I shouldn't ask you to fight this big fricker. He is getting hurt, though. He is getting hurt. Right, let him knock us away, and then we can throw grenades at him. That went right up his wiener. Reload. We don't get hurt by the explosions from the sledge, which makes it a fantastic weapon. Oh, God. Are you dead, please? Are you dead, please? No, you're not dead. Let's have some more medicinal juice. Oh, he seems to be a little bit stuck. Not anymore. Hit him in his weird nipples. There we go, he's down again. Have we got him? He's definitely looking very hurt. No, no, he's still got a load of health. Ah, wrong button. Suck that down. Stab that in. Come on. Fill yourself with mysterious essences and fluids. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Why are you, like, backing up, you big bingus? Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. No! Stop getting up! I need you to die, please. Look, he is so wounded. Never actually get to... Oh god, he just destroyed that. Usually wind up killing him quite quickly. Last time I used a lot of traps, so I just wanted to see what it was like to sort of go mono a mono. How are you still standing? Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. She reloaded. He's going to do like a charge jump. That's okay. Oh god, I just blew myself up with that. Bang! Ooh. That was a lot tougher than I remember. Oh, blimey. But, he got his noggin. His hitbox is still working. And his ichor. Right. We are going to head out. Can I open that? I can. So is this just another way in here? This just leads to the cloud transit. Sweet. So there is a recording in here as well, so I'm going to see if I can grab that. And then we'll head back to base, we'll get rested up, geared up, and make our way out to the Myco fields. We've got a laptop. 023 plus 121. Reviewing research on 023 and 121. Don't know how big they're going to get. The Tarrasque, as you called it, just seems to keep growing. I feel like we're really going to need to see some other specimens. Oh, for frig's sake, where is she? Where are you, you god's forsaken monster? Yes, I hear you going, hey. Where are you? It's in here somewhere. I can hear it muttering. It's still going. Right, get the fuck out of here. God, I hate that thing. Oh, that looks like a path underneath. Where does that go? Because if you're doing like a stealth character, there's plenty of spaces to just like sneak under. Reset aggro and then try and get another like sneak attack on it, which is cool. Like there's plenty of things that you can do in this area. Like if you were really feeling it, you could set up a load of turrets. You could last time I did it on my own, I used a lot of tripwire mines, so that was an interesting one.
The properties of 139's residue is fascinating. I'm not entirely sure where to begin, but the being disintegrates during extreme stress, leaving behind a material that can store and distribute
139. That's the crystal guys link.
The applications of high-density, rapid discharge power storage are obvious even to a curmudgeon like Thule, who for reasons entirely beyond me continues to enjoy the trust of the executive committee. Even he should be able to understand. Here is a big bang from a small package.
Right. Let's see if we can reread this one. I feel we're going to see some specimens for Antiverse 42 if we're going to make progress. That's Gatekeeper Territory Hilda. I've assisted on Gatekeeper TR missions, but Antiverse 42 isn't somewhere I go unless I absolutely have to. I understand. Lord, I hate to see that lice. Because the Tarask is considered a... Oh, sorry, I just distracted myself. The Tarask is microscopic in its own universe. In ours, it's 3 times the size of a man, which is terrifying. The Sun Disk. We sent out a message, an actual invitation asking intelligent extraterrestrials to contact us, but then when they did actually reply, those bastards intercepted it. Just stole the whole message. No one can prove they did, but everyone's too scared to admit it happened because of how bad it makes us look. So the Sun Disk is something that confirms the existence of aliens, and we lost it. Abe received a pretty solid download from the TR-4A to A10 today. They were scanning level K45B9.1. Most of it's gibberish, as you'd expect, but I was getting pretty frustrated, so I started a more stochastic research. Guess what I found? Do the words soft lie coordinates mean anything to you? I couldn't believe it, but I'm interested in your thoughts. I'm sure there's more here if we can formulate the right inquiries. Come check it out when you get a moment. Well, that's very interesting, Theo. Very interesting indeed. I'm a little tied up with a packet of Antiverse 2 data that seems to have spooked Derek, but should be able to come and review your findings tomorrow, if I can just figure out what this carrier signal is hiding. I love how Abe is a complete kook, but he's actually a really high-standing member of the facility. I absolutely love him. Brilliant character. And the fact that Janet basically just, like, she's the straight man to his complete idiocy is brilliant. They're just good characters. Absolutely phenomenal. Right, so that's the task done. Let us head back to base and clean up. So I will bring you back again once we get back to labs, nice and prepared. Right, so you may see we've made some slight adjustments to our getup. So we've exchanged our hazard suit for a fire suit, and we've switched our helmet over. We've got a gas mask. Because that is going to be essential. So we need the fire suit to make sure we don't cook, and the gas mask makes sure we don't pick up anything unpleasant from the atmosphere. Because we could just go with the hazard suit. The forge set gives +2 fire resist. I believe if you took one of the temperature insulation perks, like one of the traits, that can keep you suitable temperature. You can also eat ice cream.
Anyone handling fluids of IS-121, the Tarask, be extremely careful. The I-Core has properties we've yet to fully assess and can interfere, interrupt, or even instigate perforation events.
Ooh.
I'm sure you're all aware of what happened to Dr. Stern last week. Luckily, we recovered him unharmed. Mostly. With thanks to the staff at Tory facility, we have the Tarask hooked up in that insufferably hot shroom room. Please ensure you do not disturb the arrangement.
So this is where the Tarask was being kept, and it's somehow gotten out, despite the fact the room is locked, which is weird. But yeah, so we've got everything we want. Turns out you can actually distill Tarask, Ica, and the skull. Just check where those are. Oh, there's more things that can get expanding distillation. That's cool. I mean, if you go back and kill the Tarask when it respawns, like, you can get plenty of these, and that will give you a little bit of renewable expanding juice. Just heard a Oh, you know what? Sod it. Let's just open this and get out of here before the bloody Layak just rocks up and starts being a pain in my bum. Right, because she can't get us in here, so I can sit and yak. But yeah, so all that we unlocked there was the Giganto tincture. which apparently just makes you bigger, stronger, and tougher, which is pretty cool. So I suppose if we go back to fight the Tarrasque in the future, that might actually be a really handy way of leveling the playing field a little bit. Because it was doing some pretty brutal damage to us. To be fair, our armour is starting to get to a point now where it's lagging behind a little bit. So we'll be looking to get some upgrades very soon. Right, so these are the Myco fields. This was the first time, like, playing with my friends on the server. This was the first time in the game that I kind of went, oh heck yeah, that's really cool. Because it is. It's a really awesome environment. These little dooders, they're blind. If you get too close or miss your attack, they go in these little holes. Don't really crawl back out after a little bit as long as you're undetected. But we need to boop as many of these little dudes on the snoot as we can, because you can see we just unlocked a load of materials there. Because we'll be using these to make carbon platings. Which I'm assuming is basically grinding down the two materials to form like a paste, and then just using that. But yeah, the Myco Fields is such a cool map. Like, it's very orange. It can be a little bit samey, but that first time you go in here and see like the writhing roots and the giant environment, and I don't know, like the first time you get to the Far Garden, it's like, oh, this is cool, this is alien. But this feels so much more alien. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's keep grabbing these as we go. Get some sneak attacks. And this is a brilliant place. If you are playing solo and you're not just bum rushing to the end of the game, it's an amazing place to come through and just loot repeatedly. You're going to want loads of carbon plating. I'm actually going to pop that because we are going to get so much free antiverse wheat. And it's a fairly, you know, not a super combat heavy area, but there's enough that it's warranted. Oh, should have brought the cube. If I brought the cube, some of these jumps would have been a little bit easier. But we'll make it. So that's that first cave that we were in. Some of these mushrooms are a little bit awkward and they will, like, glide you a little bit as you go. But loop around. There's lots of caves, lots of holes, lots of tunnels, lots of hidden little guys. Lots of hidden antiverse wheat. And lots of gel just sort of tucked away in awkward spots. So we'll just have a little poke around, see what we can see. I'm not too fussed about clearing the place perfectly, but if we can get a reasonable amount of stuff, that would still be nice. There's a lot of wheat up there that I don't think we'll be able to get to, and I do not trust myself to make that jump. So let's onto the... Nope. I wanted to drop onto the root instead, but whatever, that still works. Right. That's where we came in, isn't it? So let's see about heading further that way. Because ideally we actually want to go round that way, but I think there's more stuff this side for us to harvest. Oh no, I have just gone the wrong way. If we had the cube, we could make that jump. I am not trying that without. If I brought bridges, we could use those to make our way across. And again, that's another way to sort of make it a far more usable map. There we go, sprinting 12, that's always nice to see. So let's squiggle on this way. So we could go over there, we could go in this cave. Let's go in the cave. Little buckets of antiverse juice, just so that you can keep yourself topped off on drink, which is nice. There's clearly stuff up there. We've got some dudes down here. There's a regular Exor, but I think that is an infected peccary. So these guys are the reason that we're wearing the gas mask. Actually, I want to harvest as many of these as I can while I'm here. Because their helmet can make a really nice fungus helmet. And we want the mushrooms. Because the mushrooms are a fantastic source of food. And they are also required in, I believe, their own distillation. So, seeing what we can do with that is going to be fun. We might unlock a fair few little bits and pieces to look at, which could be quite neat. Grab up the wheat. No, there's like a little platform down here. Yeah. Oh. You didn't even see us, mate. Bang! There's another rope plant seed there. Yep, let's go and nab that. As you can see, we are just getting loads and loads of agriculture experience. I think this is probably one of the better ways to get it, to be fair. Because you could just grow lots and lots and lots of crops. You'll probably never use all the materials. And at least this stuff, like, we can convert it into liquid crystal and stuff. Oh, there's a dude who fell in the lava. Well, we'll not be saving him. Crouch. Bap. Thank you. I suppose probably going to throw himself in the lava like a dingus, but that's not much we can do about that.
Locate a rest room.
Oh, come on. We can't take a shit in here. Come on, little one. Out of the lava. No, he's down. Idiot. So if your pet goes down, just walk away. Which feels really counterintuitive and awful, but they just end up under your feet, so... Oh, I forgot to... Eat your iodine when you're in here. It's Antiverse 2. You can see I am taking some rad damage from mushrooms, from the peccary head. And also it's Antiverse 2, so there is background radiation. So don't be an idiot like me. Take your supplements. Right. Pop our way across. We've got another bit of carapace here. Spud's gone straight into the lava again like a fucking dingus. The way up is just that pad up there and then climbing there, but we're not going to do that just yet. I'm tempted to just leave you downed while we're milling about in here, but the rest of me feels awful for it. I hear carbuncles. I also hear something a little bit bigger than a carbuncle. And that waggly tail may be our boy. Oh, God, slid right off there. Free experience. L6 first aid for falling off a cliff. I'll take it. Bit of a shame about the sneak attack, or lack thereof, but can you not rip my insides out through my anus, please, sir? Right, the mushrooms are the big ones. Don't really need the meat, so we can just leave that behind to minimise how many rads we're taking. Another Exor there. I've got a little dude here eating this corpse. So you can see a gate have been milling about in here. I reckon that guy probably got killed by the bees. He set that up, he's not the hive and the bees have eaten him. Yeah, so this is another area where you can get some bees. To be fair, you need to break 2 hives to make a hive, and then you can make another hive. So unless you're like using loads and loads of the resources from the bees, I wouldn't say you really need more than 2, but you do you. So we've looped round. Yeah, that's where we were down there. So if you've got the cube, you can just like parkour your way up that. The cube is brilliant, but also I'm trying to rely a lot less on the cube. Because the cube is your friend, the cube loves you. But you can be too close to the cube, and the last thing you want is to be purely reliant on the cube and then find yourself in a position where you can't have the cube and then plummet to your death because you're too used to being able to, like, float jump. It's still a handy tool, and I need to make sure I'm allowing myself to use it, but I'm just trying to minimise how much I do use it. As I say that, we go straight in the lava. Oh god, because I'm too heavy and I didn't make the actual jump. Alright, there we go. Stab ourselves with some goo. That fixes right up. How are we doing for gel? 9. That feels like that's a really small amount compared to what I'm used to walking out of here with. And there's a couple up there. And we have bypassed the area I would usually go, so that's probably why it feels like I've not got much. Because I know there's a spot where there's like another 5, so I just need to make sure I go over there. I think it's just because I'm talking as I'm playing, and sometimes, you know, it's just easy to not say what you're doing, or like to lose track a little bit of what you're doing. God, this pest is just... he is tanky as can be. Got like 600 health at this point, which is awesome. Take the skulls, because I can use one to make a helmet, and then I can just distill the others. Yeah, we would have a nasty chest infection at this point if we'd not worn the gas mask. And that really damages your stamina regen, and pretty sure it can kill you. I'm not 100% certain. Never let it get too bad. But I would assume it's not good to have live spores in your lungs. I've been exposed a little bit, so this is starting to pick up with the radiation input, so we'll just pop some more pills. Why did that cancel halfway through? Yes. So if you come around this way, there's some guaranteed ammunition and an MRE, so that is a place where ammo can respawn in the game, which is, you know, it's handy. Let's freeze this guy and then wail on him. Because these guys deal way more damage than I'm comfortable dealing with, and I'm already... oh god, please don't. I am hurting and I am bleeding. Slushy bombs, don't sleep on. They're cheap, but they are really useful against mid-sized enemies. Alright, Exo figurine, that's the secret collectible in this zone as well. There is nothing in the abyss, so don't bother jumping in. Yeah, that's just another nice little spot, and I'm pretty sure there's some antivirus gel back up this way. There's another little route as well you can just sort of take around. A lot of the area is sort of connected, so don't worry about getting lost, just worry about falling off the map or into the lava. And we're looking a bit healthier for that. We're looking very healthy for carapaces. And we've just got this section up here. I think there's more stuff up there, but I'm not convinced we're going to be able to get up there with our weight as bad as it is right now. Also still have a damaged limb. Let's get that fixed up. Drop ourselves in here. It's a bit more gel. Oh, come on, jump, you goose. No intentions of cooking alive. There we go. Alright, grab some more antivirus wheat. That has put our agriculture nearly up to 13, which is awesome. Like, once we get that, it's going to be so much easier to manage crops. Well, that's the point where I like to then start expanding my farms. Because if I only have to water them once in a blue moon... Yeah, let's see. You don't even have to be, like, invisible. He just has to not be able to see you in front of him. And you just grab up the supplies again. Still too heavy. How much too heavy? Very too heavy. Okay, so we're just going to have to be very careful and hope that our jumps don't get cancelled. Right, make sure we're jumping from the edge, channel that Crash Bandicoot energy. And we should be able to wiggle back up the top. Now, we are taking a lot of rad damage, but that is because we've got a massive stack of mushrooms on us, so we are bound to be struggling and suffering a little bit with that. So, just keep your iodine on you, make sure you're popping it. Pentatic acid as well works, so I wouldn't be stressing too much. Right, there's that bit up there. Can I place this on top of one of these things? Which I can. Oh, come on, let me... Just trying to, like, redirect the jump is just proving to be a little bit awkward. There we go. Bit more gel. I will take that all day, every day. Yeah, we're carrying way too much radioactive material at the minute. So we will be depositing that as soon as we can, really. But more carapaces.
I really must use the restroom.
Oh dear. Yeah, we'll get you to the toilet, dude. In theory, we could just leave this place now, because we've got the materials we need. But I just feel like, you know, if you're in a perforation, like, complete it. Didn't really mean to slide down. I'm kind of keen on getting out of here now. Yeah, it is just... I think it's beautiful. I've always been a fan of, like, the fungal bloom environments and things, and I think they just did such a good job with them. Alright, grab that wheat, scoot back round. Because again, just grabbing the wheat is free agriculture experience. I don't have to plant anything, I don't have to then grow that wheat, I've just got it. Up. I'd like to explore this area with a little bit more mobility at some stage. It's definitely a job for later. This platform has a little bit of wheat, but nothing really that desperate to get. Oh god, that went the wrong way. Let's go that way. No, not in the lava, you cock. Just bloody slid in. was that? Come on, we can get up there. There we go. The game's being a silly sausage with the heights. If you sprint at them, you get a tiny little bit of extra height. That little tidbit is courtesy of one of the guys I stream with on the weekends. Right, so that is the gel. Are irradiated again. But we are also nearly out. We'll pop the pills. Keep it down, because once it gets too moderate and you start vomiting and stuff, it starts to get a little bit more annoying to manage. So if we can at least keep it managed, I'm not too worried. In real life, the world has ended, you're in like an apocalypse zone, don't just sit there eating iodine tablets, you will poison yourself. Right, if I remember right, the way that it works is it like causes radioactive like fragments to bind to itself, and then it passes through in your kidneys. So you just end up pissing out the radiation, which I think is kind of neat. Right, last leg. Come on, we can do it. Let's make this jump. If you land on the vine, it works. If you land on the second jump pad, it gets really, really fussy, and I'm not sure why. But it keeps like dropping you as if it's trying to lower you down, as opposed to... Not in the lava, you tit! Why? It's because I'm heavy. But also... Ah! Does this get high enough to get on there? Oh, it does. Sweet. Because I think there's a little doodah back here. It's either a doodah or... Come on, please, not back in the lava again. Oh, it's just a rope plant seed. Oh, come on. All that stupid parkour. I'm going to be able to get out of here. Have I just gone completely boned myself with this? Can we get this to like... No, angle too steep. Ugh. Could throw myself off the edge, which would kill us, but... Right, let's just get a bit more stamina back. Let's try and break through. Oh, there we go. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay. Sprint into the jump pads. Again, I'm just not making the distance I should be because I'm out of stamina because I'm exhausted and overweight. God, I'm story my life. But that's us out. That's the microfields completed. We've got enough... Actually got a perfect amount of antivirus gel there. But let us port back home. We will drop off some goods. I will get my character nice and cleaned up. But I think that's a really good place to leave it for this session. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to love yous and leave yous. I'm going to say a massive thank you for coming and hanging out with me. We will... finish, well, basically unlock the next section of the game next, because that is the end of labs. Woohoo! Yeah, have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye.